I don't even know if I can get through here unless I do the blue at the beginning. I mean, it's like there's other shit you could do. But that doesn't help me much. I don't know what the point of this would be. Like align myself with the heart down here. Because I can't get out safely if I do this. I want to do this. As if I do this, then it's like pointless. Too many moves anyways, man.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. That would never work. Really, if this fucking this box wasn't here, it'd actually be easier. Box is making it harder. Let's just kill the dog, man. That'd be funny. There. That'd be the best way to do it. This wouldn't even work, even if I could do it. I think what I could do by just blocking some stuff here. How do we block this shit? A meaningful way. Oh wait, doesn't he stop? Oh yeah, he stops at the fucking holes, dude. That's the problem. There's my problem, man. He stops at the holes, dude. I totally forgot. Gotta just let me go like that, man. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I knew I couldn't trust him. I forgot that key bit of info. I was like, man, this one's really hard. It's not even fucking hard. I forgot how to do something. Oh, mama. Whoop. Okay. I don't even know how you would do that in 6 turns, dude. Like, how would you do that? It'd just take longer. I just felt like there was one way to solve it. How dare you?
Damn you.
Damn you,
Damn
Dodo.
bastard.
This bastard. The power mouse of justice, Ratman, has been rescuing the sales figures of the London Times. Now he's gone missing. Oh, business, money, sales, yahoo! Exciting. That's great, Ernest. This is the nighttime, man. This sounds annoying. Oh my god, you can just fucking turn it off. Plastic penguin. Hey, Middleton's is always here, dude. A bit of puzzle, my man. Is that her motto? I thought it was that the truth is stranger than fiction, man. She didn't use that recently. What the hell, man? It's like they didn't even know what they wanted her motto to be. Car park sign has been vandalized and no longer makes any sense. Hmm. Move 2 rods to fix it. It's a spaceship. Hmm. Either I'm supposed to make a car or the word park or the word car.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Look at this. Look at this. Look at the fucking top screen right there. You see that actual counter with the moves on it? It's a
Yeah.
matchbox. There's matchsticks in it. They meant to make this a matchstick puzzle and they reskinned it.
Oh yeah, into the rods or whatever.
What the fuck?
Maybe it's because they're trying to remind you of the old puzzles. They're like, wait, this is like one of the old match puzzles, don't you see? Who knows? Pretty dumb. Trying to understand what they want here. Save some time. For the location of the car park. I don't know what that would look like. Okay. I figure a C or a P. I guess that worked.
This is an interesting one. Puzzles are made for solving.
P makes more sense. Thought we were parking in front of the sign for a bit though. Sensational. Oh wait, we never went back and did the extra puzzles. Whoop. How could we forget, boys? Always an extra 2. Post puzzles. Why do they even catch you up on the story when these are post puzzles anyways? I don't understand it. Like, shouldn't it just be like an after story type of thing? I guess they won't spend the money. Maybe some of these people are here normally, who knows? Um,
input the data, and the answer will drop out.
Well, that one went a lot easier because we didn't have to do any ties that all had the same hand signal. Same hand sign. Righto, Captain. Captain? Mr. Captain. Are you the captain of this fine vessel? Let's go ahead and get the extra coin while we're here for fun. Because it's the very last one in the whole thing, and I just want to see what happens if you get everything done. Let's talk to him. The director. Okay. I mean, I see. Put two together to make the shape and place on it. Are they like bait, man?
So, in conclusion, that's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
That's just great. You know, it's actually easier to figure it out by just seeing speakers outside of it and making a fucking turntable in, but... Okay. Special puzzle. I figured the ABCD didn't even matter, I was just like... It's just like a record, dude. Let's continue this one. Where is he? On the top floor. The hell? Ah. Ah. Jesus, this is gonna be a bitch to find shit in. That's the chief editor. Alrighty. Like opening up drawers and shit. My fucking telekinesis. You're gonna test me again? Ernest Greaves. The Shape of Love. Look at the best-selling novel, The Shape of Love. Shape of Water is a good movie, boys. I recommend that. The front cover is lined up in a certain way represents the title of the book. These 5 designs is the front cover. I mean, I want to say 4. But that might be wrong. I mean, it looks like the only one that would even possibly turn into a heart. If you opened it up. Maybe if they're supposed to be side by side? I don't think it's 5. That's why it'd be 2. Thinking 1, 4, and 3. Four seems like bait, but I don't want to sit here forever, so we'll just try
This
it.
should do it, I think. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Okay. The lag on this shit, man. It's amazing.
Hmm.
You don't think it's amazing?
Incredible.
Incredible. I know I am, man. Thank you. Nice to hear it from you, finally. Rat man.
You ready for the worst fucking case?
This is the worst one? Oh my god.
This one made me fucking angry.
Oh, I can't
It's
wait.
so fucking bad.
That actually excites me, boys.
Oh
We're
man,
gonna play a bad game. I just want to experience the shittiest stuff.
I hate this shit.
The mysterious superhero of London. It's gonna be a lot of mouse jokes.
Like, if you're gonna ape Batman, maybe fucking kill yourself instead. I hate cape shit, and I hate
Oh, he's got
Layton,
extra hate on
so I double hate
it.
this.
Double hate, dude. Cape shit can be good. I don't have like a bias for cape shit. I don't have a bias against it either. Hopefully it's not stupid. You know what's cooler than this? The Steel Samurai. Why can't we have a mascot like that?
You mean a mascot?
Ugh! I hate him. So swagger.
Did you catch that? Ratman Forever?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Very clever. Batman Forever. Are we gonna have Ratman Beyond? Maybe it's because he got killed by a fucking criminal, dude. His body taken apart and buried in them. But no, this is a nice game. It's gonna be something nice. Like Mr. Lloyd's Ratman. For some fucking reason. One of the dragons. Is this gonna be Ratman?
I mean, he looks like a fucking rat.
He has to be Mr. He has to be Ratman, dude.
Dude, I didn't even. Well, the first time I saw this guy, I didn't realize his fucking mouth was there. It was a mustache.
Oh,
I was like, what? That's his chin. And his mouth is a little thing right under his nose.
dude, this guy's rich. He looks like a rat. Batman's rich. Sorry, dude, it's writing itself
The
already, boy.
pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Maybe he's gonna be a huge asshole, then we're gonna find out he's actually a good guy of justice. He already feels bad about Ratman, dude. It's gotta be him. Oh, Mr. Lloyd's such a good dude. He seems like he has a very personal thing going on with Ratman here. Come on, man. They're really just gonna make him Ratman right off the bat, dude. I hope there's more to it than just the twist, because it's not gonna be very good if it's him. Loggerhead. Man, why does he always say the dumbest shit? Like, we have to find crazy British slang for this character to use all the time. It's one of his quirks. Everybody else British here ain't saying any fucking shit like him, dude. It's already begun. I need to take a piss. Oh, Mr. Ratman. I wonder what his first name ended. If it was Bruce Chance, dude. That'd be godly. Alright, right back. I'm just gonna walk around the city again and ask about Ratman. Yikes. That's a fucking yoik, boys. The old slip song. Yo, slipperooskies. What's wrong with rats, dude? Other than shit like the plague. Talk to everybody again, man. They just turned Granny Riddleton some gossip bit, man. PC beat. Whoop. No. Oh god, no. My bowl of cookies, man. My dad, it's dirt because he's in a bunch of other cases. Going quick enough so far. That'll be the saving grace, man. That it's insanely quick. Guild Hall. I don't know if I'd be reusing this anytime soon. Do 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 do. A bit long in the tooth. Whatever that means.
Really?
It's just like uncomfortable? I don't know what
He's
it means.
long-winded.
How does that relate to a bench?
I think called the bench long.
I thought they did. I mean, maybe I just skipped through something and then they was talking about that.
Oh, it just means old.
Oh.
Rather old. That's why I thought that. Because you can use it to refer to a conversation. Oh.
Haha. Jesus, there's only like 10 NPCs in this whole thing. Alright.
I have a hypothetical for you, because I was arguing with a retard for a little while.
Okay.
So, Japanese main game. Let's say, like, for example, not this game because this is set in London. But let's say Never 7, just for the sake of it. Not that this would actually happen, but let's say Never 7. Set in Japan, on a Japanese island. Very clear about all this. So if you were translating it, you would obviously change all the Japanese to English. Makes sense. That's how you translate.
Yeah.
But what if you were into a situation where one character says like the word sorry in English, and you can hear him say it in the text? Do you leave it as English, change it to Japanese, or change it to another language entirely?
Run through the options again?
Like if they say the word sorry out loud in English
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
in the
part.
text, do you change it to Japanese so when the English reader reads it, it's actually like Gomen or something? Despite them saying audibly sorry, do you leave it as the word sorry in the text, or do you change it to another language entirely?
I mean, if it's clear in the game that they're speaking Japanese, and then you make it clear that he just randomly spoke English, then you could just leave it all English. But if it's not clear that they're speaking a particular language, and it's like only the spoken that makes it different, like then you'd have to change it to another language to get the same feel. Because it's supposed to be gimmicky in the first place that they would randomly say something in another language, like in a cool way or something. But you lose that if you leave it in the same language. Unless you're really specific about saying
But-
that he was speaking a different language there.
Okay, let's say then that it's a different Japanese word that's not as common. Like just something completely off the wall, a Japanese word that you would never know as a regular English reader. Would you still want it changed, or
Like, so a Japanese person, they hear the word cool.
yeah,
For me, it would be like cool in Japanese or something.
let's just say it's like, sugoi. And let's say that hypothetically you're an English speaker who doesn't know what the fuck sugoi means.
Well, the thing is, they intend for you to know what cool means probably in Japan, because they know a
They
good
do,
bit of-
yeah.
So you'd have to find an equivalent. Like sugoi would be fine.
Yeah, but the English speaker wouldn't know what the fuck sugoi means.
That's just the problem with the culture. Is like a lot of Japanese people are gonna know just a touch of English where you can make a character gimmicky and say cool English, and they'll know what it is.
Right. So what
But
is
you
your answer?
can't do it in Japanese reverse. You either write out specifically that they're saying something in a different language, but just leave all the text like the same, right? Like, oh, he went from say, have it all be in English, but then make it like, very specific that he said something in a different language, even though it's all translated in the same.
Well, what you're
language.
talking about is this Erica, brackets around her saying good.
And then letting them know that that would be in English,
Right, with the brackets.
Like, you're under the impression that they're speaking Japanese the entire time, but you're obviously reading it in English, but you're supposed to assume it's Japanese, right? And then randomly you explain that, wait, she did speak actual English, and you put it in brackets. Or I could respect somebody doing put in Spanish or something. You'd have
But
to find an equivalent of like
your
cool in
average English
Spanish.
speaker
but-
wouldn't necessarily know Spanish either, though.
Well, that's the problem. Is it's something that's only for Japanese people.
Right. So what do you do?
Well, I'd say the first option.
Which is
You just explain it, put it in brackets or something, showing that they're trying to say cool or some shit.
there you go.
I mean,
That's the
it's-
correct choice.
Yeah, it's a little overkill, but I feel like that's the best you can do since it's
It
a
worked
cultural
totally
based thing.
fine in Umineko.
Yeah, it's a cultural based thing, so you
I was
just have to
arguing
explain it.
with an absolute retard translator
Yeah,
who was actually paid for his translations. So he obviously is in the business and he knows what's going on.
yeah.
He's fucking going, oh man, just change it to Spanish in every single instance. That's what everyone always does. I'm like, dude, you're not going to be able to do that because people aren't going to fucking know it. Like in Japan, they're going to know at least some English words. They're going to know some. A fair bit of Japanese people are going to know some English so that they can actually understand a word here or there.
Mhm.
It's going to be fine for the most part. But not every English speaker is going to know Japanese, especially if it's very specific stuff that they never see.
Yeah.
And not every English speaker is going to know Spanish either. Like, there's no way. Just leave it in English. He's going, no.
Yeah, I think you just need to explain it in as few words as possible that it's somebody
totally
saying.
fine in Umineko. You don't even need to explain it. You just need to put it in fucking brackets.
Well, that's
and
what I
then
mean.
tell-
In as few words as possible is putting it in brackets, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
you have to
it
explain
easily
what the
communicates
brackets
to the
are for,
reader.
but that's about it.
You don't even have to. In Umineko, it was implicit. Right? You didn't need
Especially if it goes. I
explanation
mean,
there.
if there's voice acting too,
Yeah, if
then
there's
it's
not
pretty
voice acting,
obvious.
then I can see, like,
you need to
maybe another option or having to explain it or something. But,
you see brackets and you
if-
hear the word
yeah.
"cool" from somebody's voice, then it makes sense.
like, there's a VN that did this. Chrono Clock, they switched all of the English that people said to fucking Japanese. So you have people saying, like, actually, mad jitai in my kansai or whatever the fuck. And you don't know what the hell that means. You're hearing the English and you're going, wait a second.
Well, the problem is a lot of the English has a certain like, isn't it connotated? That's not the word for it. Like, there's like, you know, Western movies are popular. You say cool, you know, and that means like a certain thing in English, and they think of it a certain way. Like maybe like an action hero kind of, or like, ooh, this guy's the suave. He's trying to be suave, like American, you know, dude or something. It has like a probably like a meaning sometimes why they say it. You can't just switch it to Japanese. Like saying cool in Japanese, it might not be like the cool action hero-y way of saying it. Maybe, I mean, it's just a gimmick they just speak. It depends on how big of a gimmick it is for the character too. Like if the character's all about just randomly saying words and they're not like have any special meaning, they just randomly spout
The
different
character I'm
languages.
talking about in Chrono Clock literally does this the entire game. So the entire game that was officially translated is full of her saying English words that in the text are written out in Japanese. Like Romanji.
You're already playing a Japanese game and you're supposed to set your mind in the, you know, in the idea that like it's written in Japanese.
That's my point.
Like-
You already know it's a fucking Japanese game unless it's fucking Phoenix Wright or something where they go hardcore. No, it's totally LA.
So you just explained that in the original writing, she spoke English there by putting like a bracket or something.
Which you
and
can
then
tell
you're
from
already
the VA
yeah,
as well.
you're already in the mind frame for it. 'Cause you know you're playing a fucking Japanese-made thing that's translated.
Like, you're gonna get the joke
yeah.
if it's in English text and they just put brackets around it or whatever the fuck. That's my argument. You're gonna get it. You're not gonna get a one-on-one experience with this ever because you're not gonna know all these Japanese terms.
I mean, maybe it feels like The Last of Us or something, you know, like something that's not inherently like some Japanese-made thing. Like maybe you could pull it off, like rewrite stuff a little bit. But I think something like a VN, you just explain it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would do the bracket thing. It's not like
There you go.
super pretty, but
Thank
I think it's
God.
the best option.
Yeah, there's not a perfect option, but that's the best one.
But switching to Spanish is like, I mean, I get the gimmick. It just depends on how gimmicky it is for the character. You can't do like a cool, like I said, like action movie quote in Spanish because it's not even like what that's about. It might just be just the English on purpose, and then like, like we were talking about the cultural reasons, like they know English so they would understand it just enough. Like they have a bunch of English fucking random words and shit when I was out there all the time, where it's not always the same somewhere else. So I think it's best to try to keep it as Japanese in culture as you can, just to explain it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Good. That's a good opinion. Jesus, I don't know why that's so hard for people to get.
I don't know why people want to rewrite everything like a lot too. Want like
I
I understand like
can't
jokes and
translate
shit.
something.
Yeah, like I understand like certain jokes and shit. Like you have
I
to.
ran into this
try
with
to-
Ever 17 when I was doing the editing. There's some actual fucking Japanese wordplay, and I had to come up with new shit that I had to get people to agree with and go like, look, is this decent? Is this gonna convey well enough? And they were like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I actually had to come up with something fresh there, and I was going, dude, this is not something that's gonna translate. You can't do this one-to-one. It's not gonna work. But that doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, you need to convey the intent as much as you can. I think the problem is like that people wouldn't see what the intent is and where the writer's coming from with like them just saying random English. It's not just he just fucking, just says random things like they're Japanese. They do